Go to Google and type Rathod's IAS. Then you can see our website, Rathod's IAS Academy. There you have to click on login or register in the blue color. So if you have not registered yet, you have to click on do not have account and fill the details. So once you have login, click on the courses. There you can see course list. And in this course list, you can see wide range of courses. Hi, this is Usha. Welcome to Rathod's IAS classes. Today in this lecture, we are going to discuss current affairs of 28th May 2022. So let's get started with our discussion and let us try to see today's quote. So today's quote is regarding democracy. So this quote which is mainly given by this Woodrow Wilson. So according to this Woodrow Wilson, democracy is not so much a form at government as it is a set of principles. Okay, so it is not talking about democracy which is not a form of government, but it is saying that here democracy, it is a set of principles. So you can use this quote whenever you are writing your mains answer and even in your essay regarding this democracy. So now let us try to see first topic. It is regarding feminine hygiene. So this article which is mainly talking about hygiene management, good health, and as well as health seeking behaviors in women. So this article is important from your health point of view, which mainly comes under your GS paper 2. Okay, so this article is mainly talking about menstrual health hygiene. So here many women, especially from the rural areas and from some remote areas, they do not have access to this hygiene management regarding this menstrual health. So now let us try to understand this topic in a very great detail. So we are talking about this article which is mainly talking about feminine hygiene. So in past decade, there is significant progress that is mainly seen in India by the effects of government and even NGOs, non-governmental organizations. So they mainly took some steps regarding this menstrual health and hygiene management, that is MHHM in short. And because of these steps which were mainly taken by this government and as well as NGOs, that led to increasing of awareness regarding this menstrual health and hygiene management. So that also led to increased access of female friendly, gender appropriate sanitation facilities and available of menstrual products, etc. For example, you can talk about sanitary pads, menstrual cups, etc. But even though there are certain groups of people, they mainly having some issues. They are mainly accepted. So now let us try to see those important facts. So if we're talking about facts, as per census data of 2011, it mainly says that nearly 27 million persons, they are mainly disabled. And rights with this people with disabilities act of 2016, which mainly talks about this disabilities persons, they have long-term mental, physical and as well as intellectual and as well as sensory impairment. So because of all these things, they are mainly acting as barriers and they are mainly hindering full or partial effective participation in the society equally with others. So in 2016 Act, it mainly talks about right and entitlements of peoples with a disability or persons with disability, and it also recognizes that women and as well as children, they are very vulnerable. Okay, so women and children are vulnerable regarding certain rights, for example reproductive rights, etc. So in India, as you all know, girls and women, they are mainly, if they are having disability and if they are belonging to these poor households and marginalized community, so they will be having triple burden of exacerbations, with their vulnerabilities. And next important thing here is there is a prejudices and even misconceptions about this reproductive anatomy and ability of persons with disability results in some considerable asexual and unsuitable for marriage, incapable of having and raising children. So these are some misconceptions that is mainly seen in our society. So because of this, the access of this sexual and reproductive health information, which is very limited for that so intersections of people. So we're talking about what are the way forward, what are the solutions are mainly given in this article. The solution here is, the first and the foremost thing here is United Nations Population Fund and Water Aid. Okay, United Nations Population Fund and Water Aid, which mainly says that we need to work together and we need to understand what are the key challenges and what are the disadvantages or concerns that are mainly faced by these people with disability regarding this menstrual health and as well as hygiene. And finally, the important aim here it is to identify simple and as well as potentially scalable solutions based on insights from individuals and as well as from organizations which are mainly working with these people, okay, that is persons with disabilities across the country. And not only this, we need to focus on accessible and adaptable information, education, communication, menstrual health and hygiene for persons as well. So not only this, the second important recommendation which is mainly given in this article here is, so we need to provide appropriate and safe menstrual products and hygiene promotion as well, especially for the girls and women who are between 15 to 24 years. So they need to provide with this menstrual protection methods, okay, and even we can provide some menstrual products as well. So thus in this way here persons with disabilities and caregivers, they need to be educated regarding the diverse range of products that are mainly available, okay, and we need to ask them to choose your most appropriate product. And if you're talking about the third important recommendation, it mainly says that, so responsive and inclusive water, sanitation and hygiene, that is wash facilities, are very important. And they also said about accessible designs of this wash instructions for the diverse need as well. And the fourth and the important one here is, so whoever the caretakers are there or caregivers are there for this persons with disabilities, so either from their family or either from the institutions, so they need to play an important role in this disability focused interventions as well. And if you're talking about from the policy perspective, there is a need to incorporate the disability inclusive approach within the menstrual health and hygiene work in the country, and we need to implement the specific disability focused interventions as well. So this is about this topic. And now let us try to see next topic. It is regarding sex work, okay, sex workers. So recently Supreme Court gave one landmark judgment regarding this sex workers. So here we are going to see that in a very great detail. So if you're talking about context, it mainly says that recently Supreme Court, okay, our apex court of the country, has recognized this sex work as a profession. So sex work as a profession, and observed that its practitioners, they are entitled to dignity and equal protection of law. So whoever working as a sex workers, they are mainly recognized this work as professional work, okay, their profession. And who are the people who are involved in this sex workers, they need to be entitled with dignity and access equal protection under law. So the court, which mainly invoked the special powers under this article 142 of Indian Constitution. So this article 142, which mainly talks about discretionary powers of Supreme Court, okay, it mainly talks about discretionary powers of the Supreme Court. So we're talking about highlights of this judgment, we need to know about what is a criminal law. So sex workers, they were mainly entitled to equal protection of the law, and even criminal law must apply equally in all cases, and it should be on the basis of age and as well as consent. So whether it is a consent which is given or not. So if you see here, where it is clear and sex workers is an whenever the sex worker is an adult and she is participating with consent, means here police must, they need to refrain from this interfering or mainly to taking any criminal action. The sex workers should not be arrested or penalized or harassed or victimized. So this is the thing which also said by Supreme Court. And the second one is right of child of a sex worker. So a child of a sex worker should not be separated from the mother's from the mother, and we cannot say that just on the merely on the ground that she is mainly involved in the sex trade. So we should not separate child from mother. And the basic protection of the human dignity and as well as human decency, they should be extended even to these sex workers and as well as their children. And next one here is, if a minor who mainly found in brothel or with sex workers, so it should not be presumed that the child was trafficked. So it should not be in that perception. And if you're talking about medical care, so these sex workers, they are mainly the victims of sexual assaults. So because of this, they immediately need some medical legal care as well. And if you're talking about role of media, so media should take utmost care not to reveal the identities of the sex workers, okay, during the arrest or any raid and rescue operations. So they should not reveal the identity of their sex workers. And if you're talking about what are the laws and what are Supreme Court judgments are mainly present in India, so first one here is Immoral Traffic Prevention Act. So here this act which mainly talking about sex work in India, it is a Immoral Traffic Prevention Act. So here the subsection of this immoral traffic in Women and Children Act, it was enacted in 1956 itself. And subsequent amendments, yes, we made, okay, according to our needs in this Immoral Traffic Prevention Act. So this legislation, that is this law, which also penalizes acts such as keeping a brothel, soliciting in public place, living off the earnings, okay. So these are some important things which are mainly talked in this Immoral Trafficking Prevention Act. So if you're talking about Justice Verma Committee recommendations of 2012 to 2013, so Justice Verma Commission, which had also acknowledged that there is distinction between women and as well as who is trafficked for commercial sexual exploitation or an adult and as well as consenting women who are in sex work of their own violation or volition. And next one here is one important famous case is Buddha Dev Karmaskar versus State of Bengal 2011 case. Supreme Court in this case, which mainly opined that sex workers have right to dignity. So this is about this topic. And now let us try to see next topic. Title says International Booker Prize for Geetanjali. So here if you're also preparing for state public service examination, you can expect this type of questions. Sometimes we can't predict UPSC, right? So I am taking this topic also for our discussion. So now let us try to see context. Context mainly says that Indian author Geetanjali Sri has won the prestigious International Booker Prize for her Hindi novel. So the name of that novel is Ret Samadhi. Actually this novel which mainly translated into English as Storm of Sand by this Daisy Rockwell. So if you're talking about details, so see here in the picture you can see that person. So here what is this International Booker Prize? So this is award which is mainly given every year to a translated work of fiction and mainly published in UK or Ireland. Okay, so here the prize was set up to boost the profile of fiction in other languages as well. So now let us start to the next topic is regarding data security. So this article is important from your science and technology. So IISc develops device to improve data security. So this article is important from your GS paper 3 point of view. So if we're talking about context, it mainly says that a team at the Department of Electrical Communication Engineering, okay, that is ECE, so Indian Institute of Science has developed a true random number generator. So they came up with this true random number generator. So here this true random number generator which can improve data encryption and as well as it will finally provide the data security as well. So it will be providing security for sensitive digital data, for example credit card details, passwords and other personal information. So this study which mainly describes the device has been published in journal ACS Nano. So if I talk about details regarding this, how they came up with this, so almost everything we do on internet is encrypted or for security. So whatever we are doing, everything that will be encrypted for security. So the strength of encryption which mainly depends on the quality of random number generation. So it is mainly depends upon the quality of random number generation. So the encrypted information that can be decoded only by authorized user, not but all. Okay, so here who have access to this cryptogenic key, but the key needs to be unpredictable and therefore randomly generated to resist hacking. So here this cryptographic keys, they are typically generated in computers. So where we can generate them? We can generate in the computers, and here we can use this pseudo random number generators, and these mainly depend upon this mathematical formulae, or we can say like pre-programmed tables to produce numbers that appear random but they are not. So in contrast, here this true random number, okay, this true random number generators, they form inherently random physical processes. So in this way here, this true random number generators, they will be making more secure. Okay, so now let's try to see next topic. It is regarding semi high speed freight train. So here I'm to talk about PM Gati Shakti. Okay, Gati Shakti. So now let us try to see this topic. So this topic is important from your GS paper to under governance point of view. There you will be studying about recent schemes, programs and policies of government. So if you see context, it mainly says that to tap this growing freight sector. So in India, we are seeing there is a growing of this freight sector, that is a transport of goods. So because of this growing of this freight sector, and especially to tap this growing freight sector in the country, so the railways, which is mainly aiming to introduce the country's first semi-high speed freight train, okay, by December 2022. So if we're talking about some important details, it mainly says that based on this Vande Bharat platform, so there are about 16 coach Gati Shakti train that will able to run at the speed of 160 kilometers per hour, and this will be manufactured this integral coach factory in Chennai, and the design work for these trains has already been started, and we have also given the order for material, and by December this year we are mainly expecting this will be completed. And here this article which also says that the overall target is about 25 trains had been set, and the final number of trains would depend on how the initial trains will be received by the market. And with these trains here, railway plans to target even e-commerce and as well as courier parcel segment also. So if you're talking about this e-commerce sector in India, yes, there is an increasing of this e-commerce sector in India. So according to data which mainly says that $50 billion in 2020, by this India became the 8th largest market for this e-commerce, and India's e-commerce market is expected to reach $111 billion by 2024 and $200 billion by 2026 and $350 billion by 2030. So this is according to data. So the railways, which is also aiming to increase its share in this freight transportation as well. So now it is like 27% and it is trying to improve by 45% in 2030. By 2030 it is mainly going to increase from 27% to 45%. Okay, and is mainly focusing on better infrastructure, business development plans, etc. So if you're talking about this PM Gati Shakti, it is a digital platform and it mainly connects 16 ministries including roads, railways, highways, shipping, petroleum, gas, power, telecom, shipping and as well as aviation. And this PM Gati Shakti, which also aims to ensure holistic planning and even execution of this infrastructure projects as well. And now let us try to see next topic. It is regarding new Arunachal monkey named after mountain pass, that is Sela. So this article is important from your environment and ecology. Now let us try to see next details which is given in this article. So if you're talking about context, which mainly says that a new species of old world monkey recorded from Arunachal Pradesh, which is named after a strategic mountain pass, okay, that is Sela. So if you're talking about details, it mainly says that Sela macaque, the new to science primate, was identified and analyzed at the team of experts from this Geological Survey of India, and later on they published their study. Okay, so in this study they mainly go for analysis of this phylogenetic, that is phylogenetic analysis, and this analysis which mainly revealed that this Sela macaque is geographically separated from Arunachal macaque of Tawang district by Sela tunnel. Okay, so what happened? So because of this Sela pass, it is mainly separated from this Arunachal macaque. So here this mountain pass which mainly acted as a barrier. So because of this, it mainly restricted the migration of individuals of these two species for approximately 2 million years. So here if you're talking about this Sela Pass, which is mainly situated in this Dirang and Tawang towns in western Arunachal Pradesh region. And they found that this new macaque species in this western and central Arunachal Pradesh, while exploring this Arunachal macaques wild population for genetic insights, they found that they are genetically different from the other species as well. So because there had been no migration for more than 2 million years. So now let's try to see yesterday's question. The first one is regarding vote on account. So with reference to vote on account, consider the following statements. It is passed after general discussion of budget is over. Yes. The Parliament passed before the discussion on demand for grants is taken up. Yes. Parliament is authorized to make any grant in advance with regard to this vote on account. It is not at all. So correct option will be 1 and 2 only. And next question is regarding Article 75 of Indian Constitution, which mainly talks about this Council of Ministers. They are collectively responsible for this Lok Sabha. So what does this phrase collectively responsibility implies? So first one is all ministers, they own joint responsibility to lower house. Yes, of course. So if no confidence motion is passed by Lok Sabha against Council of Ministers, every minister is supposed to resign. He's not from the Rajya Sabha, but even from Rajya Sabha also they have to resign. The second statement is incorrect. Council of Ministers, they swim or sink together and they work as a team. Yes. Cabinet decision bind on the Council of Ministers. Yes. So correct option will be 1, 3 and 4. And today's questions are, the first one is regarding governor and second question is regarding veto. So please try to see the statements and give me the correct option in the comment box. And I want to make a very small announcement. So here in Rathod's IAS Academy, we came up with this foundational course for your 2023 and 2024. So this course is absolutely very beneficial to clear your concepts, and we are providing like more than 600 hours of video classes. So after once you watch all these classes, so you will be getting conceptual clarity for sure. So we will be assuring you the conceptual clarity, because we need to follow the trends of UPSC. So UPSC is not asking your facts based questions, so it started asking analysis based questions. To answer those questions, your conceptual clarity is very important. Okay, so try to take this course, and if you want to watch the demo videos, you can go to our website rathodsiasacademy.com. There you can register with your email ID and you can watch 3 demo videos in each and every module. So this will be very, very useful. And if you want to take only single subject like per se history, geography, and as well as economy, science and technology, ethics, you can take the single courses as well. So if you have any doubt regarding this courses, so please contact me on this number 8074765513. Okay, and to get this PDF of this class, you can join the Telegram channel. Link is given in description box. And now let us try to see today's Hindu PDF. Okay, so this is our today Hindu PDF. So date here is May 28 and this is Delhi edition. So first article, it is regarding International Booker Prize. I discussed this topic. Okay, you can see this topic is here, and here you can see one incident which mainly happened in this Ladakh, that is Ladakh accident. So here what happened, so one vehicle that is mainly fell into the Shyok river. So that is mainly seen in Nubra. So here you have to focus on this, what is this Shyok river and where it is located. The Shyok river which is a tributary of this Indus river or not. If it is tributary, so it is like a west bank or right bank or left bank. You have to know that. Okay, so this is about this topic, and you can talk about this article even in our disaster management also. And next topic is regarding Aryan Khan. So this Aryan Khan, he mainly involved in one drug case actually. So he is son of Shah Rukh Khan. So now what happened? So he mainly involved in this drug on cruise case. So on October 3rd, 2021, Aryan Khan arrested by this Narcotics Control Bureau following a drug bust on board a cruise ship, right? So later on, Aryan Khan was sent to the a 14-day judicial custody, and on October 8th, court rejects the bail for this Aryan Khan, and later on NCB, that is Narcotics Control Bureau, also opposes the bail application, and he moves to the Bombay High Court for bail, and Bombay High Court it mainly granted bail for him, and later on here NCB drops the case against this Aryan Khan now. So this is about this article, and you have to know some facts regarding this NCB, Narcotics Control Bureau. So there is a high chance of getting questions regarding that. And if you move forward, leave the city page, there is nothing much important. And here in the city page you can see one article regarding this allow surrogacy for single men mothers. So actually what happened, so here you need to know about surrogacy. Surrogacy means nothing but, so artificially, that is in vitro, we are mainly developing the zygote. So zygote means nothing but, here we are taking egg and here we are taking sperm, and we are mainly uniting this sperm and this egg in a controlled conditions, that is in the laboratory. So after that, whenever this zygote it is formed, at the 5 days we will be getting blastocyst, and this blastocyst will be attached to the uterine wall. So this is called as implantation. So in the surrogacy here, not the exact mother she will be having or bearing the baby, but another person, okay, another woman, she will be taking this blastocyst, and this blastocyst will be entered, will be injected into the uterus of that another person, and after 9 months after the delivery, that baby will be handed over to this person. That is called as surrogacy. So in this surrogacy, what happens? So recent law which mainly says that only the parents, okay, only a couple, they can go for surrogacy. So here this article which mainly says that one plea which mainly challenges, or one petition which mainly challenges that we need to allow this surrogacy for single men and as well as mothers also. Why can't a single man or a married woman beget a child through surrogacy, and does such a denial not result in the violation of right to privacy or not? So whenever any single man and single mother, she is mainly, okay, not allowed for the surrogacy, means whether it is mainly violating this right to privacy or not. Yes, so this is the thing which mainly the petition which mainly talks about. So here we need to know, about some important act which is present in India, that is Surrogacy Regulation Act of 2021, which mainly says that a woman who is widow or a divorced between the age of 35 to 45 years, or a couple which may be defined as a legally married woman and man, can avail of surrogacy if they have medical conditions of necessity of this option. Okay, so here we need to talk about this single man and single mother, why can't they give for surrogacy? So this is one also important debatable topic that is mainly seen in news. And if you move forward in the states page, so sex workers collectives networks welcome Supreme Court directions. So already we saw what is the Supreme Court judgment regarding this sex. So sex workers who are involved in this sex, that is called as a profession. Okay, so this is the thing which mainly said by Supreme Court. Okay, so because of this, here these sex workers, they are mainly welcoming this Supreme Court directions. And if you move forward in this states page, here you can see 5 years after death of this Gauri Lankesh. So this is a famous case of Gauri Lankesh. It is very important actually. So she mainly involved, or she mainly tried to expose many corruptions and as well as some important issues that is happening in our society, and finally she was killed. So 5 years after the death of this Gauri Lankesh, the trail in this case which is mainly started. So she is an activist actually. So after much delay and legal hurdles, the trail in this Gauri Lankesh murder case finally began on Friday. Okay, so this is about this topic actually. You need to know about some brief history regarding this Gauri Lankesh, and this topic is very important. And if you move forward, you can see there is one article regarding this IISc develops device to improve this data security. So this article is important, already I discussed that topic. And if you move forward in this editorial page, there is one article regarding vision of democracy, so you can refer this article. And if you move forward, I discussed about this feminine hygiene, and as well as I discussed about the sex as a work article. and today is Saturday, so you will be getting one ground. Okay, so if you are interested, you can read that. If you are not interested, you can leave this. So this is not much important. And if you move on to news page, you can see here one article is there, that is, I want to see a phone in every hand, drone in every fork. So this is the thing which mainly said by our Prime Minister. So our Prime Minister is mainly focusing on use of technology. So technology helpful for mainly benefiting the poor at large. So actually he mainly came up with a launch of 2-day festival on drones. So in this context, our Prime Minister, he mainly said that when we are going for use of technology, so that will be very much helpful to bridge reaching the government benefits to the poor. Okay, so this is the thing which mainly said here. So you need to know about what are the technologies that we can use, for example drone technology. And here this article which mainly also talked about other important technologies, and whenever you are using technology, so there is a need of even transparency also. So if you move forward, you can see some more articles, okay, that is regarding India European Union working on this free trade agreement text. So here this article which mainly says that India and European Union, they were working on first text to this free trade agreement. Okay, so actually you know that Russia-Ukraine crisis which is mainly going on. So in this crisis condition also, whenever European Union which is mainly coming up with this free trade agreement with this India, okay, with India, means it is very important step that we can see. And here we can see how much importance European Union which is mainly giving to India. And here you should not forget about India's importance in this Indo-Pacific region as well. And if you move forward, you can see Pakistan fishermen held 9 boats and 9 boats they were seized. So what happened across this Pak occupied Kashmir region? So not exactly Pak occupied Kashmir, that is the Pak Bay region, so especially in the Gujarat region. So the fishermen from this Gujarat region, they will be entering into this Pakistan international waters, and Pakistan people sometimes they will be entering into this Indian waters. So because of this fishermen issue that is mainly seen between India and Pakistan, and not only India and Pakistan but also regarding India and Sri Lanka as well. And if you move forward, you can see one article regarding this PM Gati Shakti. So I discussed this topic regarding the semi-high speed train. And here you can see another article that is regarding Assam flood situation improves but toll rises. So here what happened? So here you need to know about which are the rivers which mainly flows in Assam region. So please let me know which are the rivers which are mainly flowing in this Assam region. So Assam flood situation which mainly improves but toll rises. So what happened? There is increasing the deaths regarding this floods in Assam which is mainly seen. And next article, it is regarding this curriculum. So Akruti to take roots in this curriculum. So this article which is mainly talking about skill development initiative, and this skill development initiative which will be helpful especially for this unemployed youth to turn into entrepreneurs. So here you have to remember this article, and you can use this article as a case study. So the Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, which is mainly assisting this unemployed youth living in the 16 village panchayats near this Tarapur Atomic Power Station. So that is mainly through advanced knowledge and rural technology implementation, that is Akruti program. So you can get a question like, so recently this Akruti which is seen in news, it is regarding skill development. Okay, and now let us move forward, and here you can see there is one monkey. So it is about selama cake. So regarding this selama cake, I discussed this article in very great detail, and you have to open your atlas and you have to see where the Sela pass which is located. And in this world page there is nothing much important. Actually there is one article, it is mainly talking about this bricks, so you have to refer some facts regarding this bricks. And if you move forward in this business page, there is one article which is important regarding this RBI. RBI wants back or restructured loans. So you have to know what is this restructured loan. So why here RBI which is mainly warning about this restructured loans, you have to know. And these are some important articles that appeared in this today's Hindu newspaper. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. So please subscribe to Rathod's IAS Academy, and don't forget to join the courses that we are offering, like foundational course and individual courses, prelims test series, and mains answer writing course of 1 year. So by this I am concluding. Thank you so much. Go to Google and type Rathod's IAS. Then you can see our website Rathod Science Academy. There you have to click on login or register in the blue color. So if you have not registered yet, you have to click on do not have account and fill the details. You have to give your name, email ID, your mobile number and password, and finally you can click on this register button. And once your details are filled, then registration will be successful, and click on OK and come back and click again on login and register, and you have to log in now. So after once you have login, click on the courses. There you can see course list, and in this course list you can see wide range of courses. So you can see Indian Society, CSAT, Ethics, International Relations, Essay, and if you buy all the courses, then we will be giving access to all these courses like History, Economy, Geography, and this is our mains answer writing course. There you can see different batches are there, and this is our prelims test series. If you want to watch demo videos, you have to click on play course, and in history we will be having 5 modules. So there, if you want to see demo videos in that so and so part of history, you can click on that play course, and before payment you can see only 3 demo videos, and after payment you can see all the videos will be displayed on the screen. You will
Hello
be
students,
having
welcome to
settings
Rathod
regarding
IAS.
quality and
My name is
also
Rajesh.
speed.
I'm your
You can
history
adjust
faculty.
according to
Today
your
in the part of
requirement.
the world history lectures, the most
This is
important
about
topic in
history.
the world history of the UPSC CSA exam, that is the French
Next,
Revolution.
let us try to see other subject, international relations. Click on play course, and the same thing that will follows. Before payment 3 demo videos, after payment every video will be displayed on screen, and you can click on the play button, then full screen, and then settings. So this will be follows to all
Hello
the
all, welcome to the
courses.
lecture. A very important topic we are going to cover up in today's lecture, that is Indo-Pacific. Every day in newspaper we are hearing this word Indo-Pacific region and the importance.
This is regarding polity, and the faculty is Shashwat Raghav ma'am.
Hello and welcome everyone to Rathod IAS. This is Shashwat Raghav, your polity faculty on this platform. We'll be basically covering our GS paper 2, and we very well know in GS paper 2 we have governance, constitution, polity along with social justice and IR. By me, your constitution, polity and governance subjects will be covered. In UPSC side for GS paper 2, only the subjects have been mentioned, the governance, constitution, polity, but faculties
This is about economy. So economy is taught by Sarvan sir. So these are some demo videos you can watch like this. And economy is like
Rathod
112 hours of course.
Friends, from this class onward. Hi friends, my name is Sarvan Kumar. I am your economic faculty. Welcome to Rathod's IAS. Friends, in this class, we are going to study about the gross value added. What is the meaning of this gross value added? Now, under this, we have 3 heads: basic price, right? Factor.
And next is science and technology. You can click on the video and you can click on play button and full screen.
Welcome to Rathod IAS. To the DNA, that kind of bank is called as a DNA data bank. So you need to create a DNA data bank at a national level, okay, where the information of all the criminals, okay, all the suspects.
So these are the number of courses that you can watch the demo videos, and after once you watch the demo videos and after once you satisfied, so click on the buy now button, and after that you need to enter some details. Later on you can click on proceed, and you can give your mobile number and also email ID, and finally you can use this Razor Pay payment system for the purchasing of these courses.